Right, okay, so welcome to painting with me, Simon, from RS. So what you've got now, you should have the fully built helmet there. And what we're going to do is take that and make it into that. If you've got a kit off us, 3 main paints on here. So we've got Umbral enamel, satin black, grey number 5, and matte 109. This one has just got the grey painted on it. So where to go to with this? I find it's more of a natural line that's within the trap itself. You don't want to be going right up into the corners. You want it to keep it nice and keep your grey nice and neat, because once your grey's nice and neat, your line will be nice and neat as well. So we won't need to come to the almost to the flat as if it's rounded like that. So that's where you go into. You go into that area there, and if it makes it easier for you, draw it out with a pencil. Draw it out, you know, so you got it into that area there. You know where your curve's going to be, and again, you know where your black line's going to be there. So again, just keeping it in that on the flat. So from there, once we've done the grey on all those areas, and again on the ears, it's getting it to that angle and filling the whole of the tooth, leaving a little gap just there. Paintbrushes. Now for me, this is my main brush. Company called Major Brushes. They do a 0, 00, 1, 2, and so on and so on. They're cheap, cheerful, but for me they're really accurate. Covers a level of accuracy for me. I find if you get a brush that's got a tiny head on it, you like that, and you're trying to. With these, you've got to stir them up properly. You want it more like a heavy ink than a thick paint. So I tend to have. I put mine in these tubs, and these have all got a marble in, so give them a good shake. Water it down if need be with white spirit or enamel thinners. With something like this there on the trap, just going to fold it down. There. Yeah. Not too much on your brush, but you've got to commit to it. You don't want to be, the longer you take, the more jagged it's going to be. That nice thin line there. If you go a bit thick in areas, you can always go back to let it dry, go back to the grey and just take it out with the grey. I've seen people where they'll do it and they'll do the black first and then they'll do the grey over that. For me, I certainly from remembering when there was paint on my original, they definitely weren't painted that way. Because what you tend to end up with is underneath the grey, you tend to see another layer of paint from where you've painted black underneath. This way, I just try and keep it nice and neat. The thing about using these brushes as well is because it's a long bristle brush. This is called a rigger brush, by the way. The bristles take any sort of shaking that you've got out, so you're using tiny amount of paint. I've not got it so it's dripping off. It's just coating the brush, and you're only using the tip. You're not using the whole brush. I use my finger to steady me. There we go. Let's do this side. Also remember that, I mean, these weren't perfect, they were hand painted. You know, you can get decals, but they weren't used on decals on A&H. So go just nice and neat over that. Also check your references you're going along. Star Wars Helmets is probably the best. StarWarsHelmets.com is probably the best website that's out there to look at reference of original helmets and the styles and how they were painted. We have pictures on the walls here that are literally just taken from there, so that we can, we've always constantly got a reference in front of us. Again, if you're smudging anywhere, always just take it back with a cotton bud and then go in again in that corner. So again, it's committing to it all the way across, not stopping, starting, stopping, starting, because that's how you get like a wavy line. Sometimes it's like a sniper pulling a trigger, holding your breath and doing it, so you down you go. Again, I tend to leave the corners till last because it's an area where you can match them up. Let's get nice and rounded. Sometimes you will touch other areas. Just get that. The cotton bud. White Spirit is your friend with this. If you know, just to get it clean. Whatever you do, do not use car paint thinners on ABS. It will melt the plastic straight away. It may as well be acetone, and it'll do exactly the same thing. It will just melt it. And once you've got, certainly with the tube stripes or anything like that, if you're cleaning it off, use White Spirit. Don't use anything. Don't use anything else. White Spirit does not attack the plastic. Is basically what I'm trying to get over.
There you go. Simple as that. This is how we build stuff. So if you need a kit, you can get on the website. If, however, you've seen this and you think, this is not for me and I don't have the time, don't worry. We also have fully built commissions and fully built stuff. All on the website. Just click through, choose your character, it's all there for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.